Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining us. Coach Teresa just finished giving instructions to everyone. That's why we had muted ourselves. Please, if you are able to hear us, let us know, say hello, and let us know who you're here cheering for today. So we are soon to start our events. Today's going to be a little bit different. I think she had announced that it may take a little bit longer because we're going to be given, well, the swimmers will be given extra time to kind of rest between events, hopefully maximize their potential time.
Yep. Swimmers are going to be called up to the blocks instead of having a bullpen. So individual swimmers will be given what lane and what event they need to line up. So it's going to be a little bit longer, giving our swimmers a little bit more time to rest in between events, giving them more time to kind of recoup their energy.
And it's a new measure for precautions with cases going up. We're trying to do everything necessary to make sure that everyone here is safe, stays healthy. So just as a reminder, as you're looking at the two cameras, you're looking at the starting blocks and a whole pool view. So the whole pool view technically is like the other 3/4 of the pool, but you should have a complete view of the pool. The lane closest to us is lane 1, which means that the lane furthest away from us is lane 6. But you should have enough of an angle to be able to see all the swimmers. So let us know who's here. We're kind of looking at your comments. Let us know who you're cheering for this morning. It's a pretty chilly morning. It was hard to get out of my car walking in with all the stuff. Lewis has decided for today that he's going to entertain us with a few swim jokes. I don't know if he already prepped one up for us.
Oh no, it's gonna be random as we try to make this as like fluid and fun as possible. So you never know when a dad joke's gonna come out there.
I was about to say that's the warning. That is the warning this morning. They will be dad jokes. Dad jokes aren't so bad sometimes, but I don't know if Lewis took it to another level.
No, they're dad jokes. The ones that I say to my kids at school, so it's kind of they're okay for YouTube streaming.
No, of course. I didn't even mean it like that.
I don't know what you're meaning, but anyways.
Oh, the Lord.
So the good thing today is that Coach Teresa gave the swimmers a directive to concentrate on thinking ahead on what they're going to do. Slow it down, work on technique, make sure that you're visualizing what you're going to do. So she made it clear to the swimmers that we're trying to get fastest times, but we're going to achieve that by focusing on visualizing what their next step. So if they're going to do the flip turn, visualize what it's going to look like, making sure that we cut down on the number of DQs for each of the events. And I think that's the goal. We are at the championship. Hopefully this will be the only time that we stream live through a championship. I know that we started last week and it was fun for us to do this, but obviously the energy is a little bit different, but we're going to try to
we're hyping. We're still hyping. And the kids are really excited.
And you can definitely help us out by putting things on the chat. We'll definitely go on and read what's on the chat. Shout out individual swimmers. We'll make sure that we are reading what you guys are saying, making sure that everybody is getting credit, and so that's what we're gonna do this morning. Listen to the chat. Well, not listen, read the chat, read out the chats, and have a little bit of fun with you guys while we do this live stream.
And we're gonna do our best to announce the swimmers. Oh, we're doing a shark's cheer this morning. So cheer with the Sharks, guys. Cheer with us.
So wherever you are, if you're at home, you're at your job, you're sitting in the car, we are going to do the shark cheer. So join with us.
And we have our mascot this morning. Oh, we pulled the mascot out. Look at the diving board, everyone. We have our mascot, our shark. You'll start hearing the cheer. Join along. We usually did this huddled together, but today we're doing it from the stand separately. And the energy is here. It's almost like I want to say we're back.
Absolutely. So we have here Olivia saying go Sharks. Giving a shout out to Drea.
Yay.
Nana is sharing for you. Peyton, Grammy and Grandpa are cheering for you. Golana, Anna, Alina, and Jada. Princess. They rent. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly.
He's hogging the chat, so I can't see it.
Drea.
That's okay.
Oh, Drea. Nana's watching you.
Aren't you right-handed?
I know, aren't you left-handed? So,
yeah, but you're blocking with your left hand. He's hogging the chat, y'all.
So again, our start time today is, I believe it's at 10 o'clock this morning, but I see Coach Teresa lining some of the swimmers up. So as soon as we get confirmation on when we're going to start, we'll start announcing the names and then what lanes are going to be. And again, just kind of reiterating, lane 1 is the closest one to the camera. Lane 6 is the one the furthest away. We have 2 different views. We have our starting block camera, so you can see the start and the end. So you can see some unofficial winners, if you want to call it that, or placements.
And just to let you know ahead of time, events will be combined. So we will do our best to announce which events are being combined and which swimmers are in those events. So it seems as though the girls 8 and under and boys 8 and under events are being organized. So we have events number 1 and number 2, which is the girls and boys 8 and under 100-yard medley relay. For the girls team in lane 3, we're gonna have Lily Gornall, Charlie Goslin, Caitlin Plant, Adamaris Reca. And in lane 4, we have the boys 8 and under team, Lucas Tusignant, Hatcher Wilkins, Zayden Asbury, and Theodore Cherival. Now I'm hoping that I'm pronouncing these names well. I'm trying. So these are the girls 8 and under 100 medley relay. And even though we have boys and girls swimming in the pool at the same time, that does not mean that they are being timed under the same category. The girls will be timed under the girls 8 and under medley, and then the boys will be timed under the boys 8 and under medley. So the kids are getting ready. They're super excited. You can see them a little nervous, but I think that's just part of the process, the butterflies in the stomach. But I think that also drives the adrenaline to just push yourself and do more. I don't know what it is about it, but it gets them going. So whatever works. So again, the girls 8 and under 100-yard medley relay will be in lane 3. And the boys 8 and under 100-yard medley relay will be in lane 4.
So, Emmy, as we get started, what kind of race is never run?
What kind of race is never run? Oh Lord, what?
A swimming race. Because you don't run in the swimming race, you swim in a swimming race.
I wish I had a drum right now.
I'm telling you, all day, guys, all days. I am here
We're
all
here.
day.
Multiple jokes. Timers are being positioned right now. It's official, guys. Once you see clipboards going up, you know it's official.
So as we're getting set up, we want to just thank all the volunteers. Everyone that is here is a volunteer. They're here to not only support their own swimmer, but support all the swimmers.
And the team.
These meets cannot be done, cannot happen if we didn't have the support of all the volunteers today. So shout out to all our volunteers. Shout out to
our board,
our president board. Kim does a really good job organizing a lot of this behind the scenes, and you don't see her often in the front, but she is running around here in the pool and outside of the pool, making sure that things happen. The coaches, Coach Teresa, the head coach, Coach Jerome, Coach Pat, Coach Chris, working every day, 5 days a week with our swimmers in the evening and making sure that they're prepared for today. And again, this is just a great activity to do, to learn, teach our kids to swim. These are all life skills that will transcend for the rest of their life, whether they continue swimming beyond high school or for competition. We know that we are confident that they can swim. And so again, if you're out there and you're sharing this with family and you have young kids between the ages of
5, I believe,
in high school, and you want to teach them a great life skill, great skills, competition, camaraderie, sign them up for the Sharks or wherever you are.
It's worth it. It really is. And this follows them throughout their life. It's a great skill. It's the best because we can go to the beach, we can go to a pool, we can go wherever there's open water and obviously you're always concerned, but you're more concerned when you're with someone who can't swim versus someone who can. And both our son and daughter have been with the Sharks since, I believe, 2016. And it is one of the best decisions that we made as parents for them. So we're very, very happy with that. Our son is obviously an adult now, but he was able to lifeguard. He was able to use what he learned here for a job, for scholarships. Our daughter is on the same track. So swimming, sports in general, really is worth the time, the effort, because it is, even though the kids are the ones swimming, it also takes a big commitment from the family, from the parents, to bring them to practice, to be present, to go to all the swim meets or to go to the games if they play another sport. It's a major commitment, but it's worth it.
So for all of you guys that are tuning out there, this is live streaming. We are going to provide commentary. This is live. We are doing this.
It is live.
It is live. We're trying to not make it as dull as just provide the cameras for you guys, but also provide where the swimmers are going to be swimming, what lanes. Obviously, we don't have stopwatches up here on for who places in what place, but
or what time.
Yeah, but we do our best here just to at least shut out the swimmers, let them know, let the parents know where they are at, what lane they are at. We have that information here in front of us. So yes, this is a live streaming. We will provide commentary. We will include swimmers' names, and the only thing we will not provide is their placements, because that's anything that we say will be unofficial. So that information will come after the swim meets on where they're placed, if, what times they got, and if there's anything to improve through DQs. So again, hang around with us. If you don't like the commentary, you can always mute us. It's all
Yeah.
good. It's all good. But again, we're trying to make this more of a fun time, provide commentary and
All right. So events 1 and 2 are starting.
call the names. Let's call the names.
I did.
Yeah.
I said the names.
Oh, you had the names?
Yeah. So these are events 1 and 2. The girls 8 and under medley relay in lane 3, and the boys 8 and under medley relay in lane 4. So for those of you who are not 100% familiar with the medley relay, in a medley relay, we have 4 swimmers. They form a team, and each swimmer does one particular stroke. So we start with backstroke, then we go to breaststroke, then another swimmer does the butterfly, and the last swimmer finishes the race with the freestyle. And we're getting to the end. The girls are coming in. All right. That concludes the 8 and under boys and girls medley relay. And just as a reminder, these are scored separately. So the boys will be scored under the category for boys 8 and under medley relay, and the girls will be scored for the category under the girls 8 and under medley relay. So there will be quite a few combined events. So we're moving on to events 3, 5, 6, and 7. This is the girls 10 and under 200-yard medley relay. The girls 10 and under 200-yard medley relay will be in lane 1. And that team consists of Angela Garcia, Alyssa Plant, Nakomi Polong, and Layona Lee Rivera. Event number 5 is the girls 11 through 12 200-yard medley relay. And event number 6 is the boys 11, 12 200-yard medley relay. For the girls 11, 12 200-yard medley relay, in lane 3, we have Ella Collins, Alina Martinez, Anna Hun, Drea Robinson. And in lane 5, we have Juliana Lapanese, Leon Melendez, Jada Alejandro, and Sandra Perez Colon. And then we have in lane 6 for the boys 11, 12 200-yard medley relay, Sebastian Medina, Ezekiel Cherival, Jovinda Kunanali, and Eric Arroyo. And then for event number 7, the girls 13, 14, 200-yard medley relay. In lane 2, we have Lana Hun, Tashara Boyd, Ariana Garcia, and Arjana Kananali. So this is the girls 10 and under in lane 1, girls 11-12 in lanes 3 and 5, boys 11-12 in lane 4, and excuse me, and the girls 13-14 in lane 2. These are events 3, 5, 6, and 7. Seeing a lot of camaraderie as the girls are cheering each other, shaking hands from opposite teams, and just pushing themselves to do their best. All of them, they're doing an amazing job. And they are off. Girls 13-14 pulling ahead with Lana Hun in the lead. But again, these events are timed separately. This is a race here this morning, guys. All of these teams just pushing each other.
I think that's a good thing about having the older swimmers swim with the younger swimmers. Allows the younger swimmers to push themselves, trying to compete with the older swimmers, more experienced swimmers. So it's great to see this.
And all of them just encouraging each other.
Pushing each other hard. Again, the goal today was to visualize what you're going to do next. Cut down on DQs.
All right, so the girls 13-14 touches the wall first, but all of these events are different.
And remember, these are combined events.
So they're timed differently. They will be categorized differently, and the results will be posted based on their event number.
And also, it's good to mention now that we're swimming against other teams that are competing at their own pools.
Yes, there's quite a few other teams swimming at their pools. We have Chicopee, Longmeadow, East Longmeadow, West Springfield, Belchertown, Agawam. Yep.
So they're swimming at their own pool, and then afterwards, the coaches will convene and go over times and determine where within the championship we place. But again, it's just a think about technique, cut down on DQs, and hopefully cut down on some times for this year, get some best times for the season.
Today's the day, and they're all going for it, and they're doing amazing. All right, so the next events are being combined, events 9 and 10. And this is the girls and boys 15 to 18 200-yard medley relay. The girls 15 to 18 will be in lanes 2 and 3. We have quite a few. In lane 2, we have Gabriela Carasquillo, Maria Bella Octaviani, Lauren Carasquillo, and Giselle Asbury. And in lane 3, we have Genesis Montanez, Zoraida Straits, Alex Cornet, and Layla Sutton. For the boys, 15 to 18 200-yard medley relay. In lane 4, we have Jordan Hernandez, Charles Sutton, Tyshawn Heslow Paul, and Bashan Sutton. In lane 5, we have Julius Boyd, Trevor Plant, Johan Perez Colon, and Eli Rosario. And then in lane 6, we have Ethan Montanez, Connor Glennon, Julian Brito, and Pedro Paez. So we have a combined events here. In lanes 2 and 3, girls 15 to 18 200-yard medley relay, and in lanes 4, 5, and 6, boys 15 to 18 200-yard medley relay.
Once again, thank you for tuning in with us this morning for the Pioneer Valley Championships, swimming championships. This is the Sharks Swimming Club here in Springfield. A little bit different than we have done in the past for these events this year. Obviously, with COVID protocols, we have changed a lot, right? We usually have spectators here, and unfortunately, we cannot have spectators in the pool, but each swimmer was allowed to have at least one, allowed to have one volunteer, one parent to volunteer and be here as to support them as well. So keep the chat going. Give us a shout out to your swimmer. Today is different than the previous meets because there is no bullpen. What you're seeing is Coach Teresa call out the swimmers, ensure that they know in which lane and which event they need to participate.
I'll be back. I might need your card too.
If you're tuning in just now, these are events 9 and 10. These are the 15 to 18 200-yard medley relay.
All right. One of the things that I really love about this, especially when a swimmer starts off young, is that you see how they progress throughout the years. You see how they grow. We've had the benefit of seeing our daughters starting from 8 and under, and then 9, 10, and now 11, 12. So it's pretty awesome. And I'm excited to see her move up to 13, 14, and then 15 to 18. And you just kind of see that growth and how much stronger they become, how much healthier they become as they progress. I'm not saying they're not healthy or strong now, but it's their bodies change, they develop differently, and with that comes the strengthening, and you just see that development change as they progress through these different age brackets. And we're close to finishing up the girls and boys 15 to 18 200-yard medley relays. And the next event after this is event number 13. That one is going on its own, and that is the girls 9 through 10 100-yard IM. And in lane 3, we're gonna have Alyssa Plant, and in lane 4, Peyton Colcord. Event number 13, girls 9 and 10 100-yard IM or individual medley. So this one's pretty interesting because in the team relays, each swimmer swims a stroke. But in the IM, in the individual medley, you only have one swimmer having to do each of the strokes. So it's interesting to see how you go from a team relay where you have 4 swimmers, each one doing an individual one, to one swimmer having to do all 4.
That's where you have to really think about what you're doing.
Your technique, really visualize what you're gonna do, how you're gonna do it, when you're gonna do it, to make or to take advantage of the maximum potential of that swim. And it is not easy. It is not easy. I said it last time.
Yeah.
I think if I dove in, I'm gonna
even like different techniques, like for when you are breaststroke, you have to touch the wall with 2 hands. Even something like that, you have to keep in mind to do so on both the flip end and at the blocks when you're touching the wall. So things like that you have to keep in mind. And if somebody is trying to go out there and do their best and increase time watch technique, those little things you got to think about in the water, and as well as when you're going to breathe.
Yeah.
When you're going to breathe.
Yeah.
So, our coaches do a really good job pinpointing all these areas where they can improve, pinpointing, teaching. So it's again really, really good to see our kids, our swimmers, putting all these things that they putting it together, and for especially in these meets, the championships. Thank you, coach. We have some chats, some shout outs here on the chat. Go Brianna from Candace Scott, Olivia Kennard, yeah, Drea, Denise Glennon, go Connor, Yepsy, go Lana and Anna, Francis Irizarry, go Sharks. I have Carmen Campbell, excuse me, saying go Tyshawn, and Diane Calkins, go Peyton.
Yes.
So, Amy, I got a question for you.
Oh boy. Go ahead.
What do dentists and swim coaches have in common?
I don't know, Louis. What do dentists and coaches have in common?
They both use drills. I'm gonna be here all day. All day. Enjoy these statutes. So again, our coaches are giving our swimmers again some time in between the events. A little bit different than we have for events for other meets this year. We are calling our swimmers to the blocks and aligning them there instead of having a bullpen. So this allows for our swimmers to get a little bit more rest,
More
regain their energy,
and spread apart, keep that social
Yeah.
distancing.
I know that many of you are at home enjoying this from the comfort of your home.
Yes.
Hopefully, you're not out there in the below 10 10 degrees out there. Wind chill factors are still pretty bad. So if you're out there, just exercise caution. The temperatures are very cold. But here at the High School of Science and Technology, it is nice.
And so this meteorological forecast is sponsored by the Springfield Sharks Swim Club. We give everything from announcements to events to the weather forecast and a comedy show.
No, we need to have fun. I think that's the most important part.
Yeah.
Keep the one-liner jokes going. Hey,
Thank you
we're
very
getting a
much.
shout
Thank you very much.
Again, just trying to break up some of the silence in between events.
Now, one thing to keep in mind is we're afforded the opportunity to kind of have a little bit of breaks in between. But had it been a non-pandemic championship where all the teams are together, this would have just continued. You have about 8, maybe 9 teams all in the same place, a whole bunch of spectators. And it's a different vibe. You feel kind of like that rush, but that urgency, I think. So non-pandemic championships are much more intense, I think.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice to have this championship, although I think the kids miss having like the spectators and all the people there and the yelling and the cheering, and even though we cheer our own way,
but even like the instant gratification of
Yeah.
like, hey, where did you place, right?
Yeah.
Here we have to wait until after the meet
yes,
to figure out what the placements are, because everybody holds their own championship and their own pool.
And then everyone submits
Correct.
everyone's
And then
time.
That's and that's a little bit different, right? So, but
it's exciting too. It's exciting too, because it's almost the idea of how did I do compared to the other swimmers, and this is the championship, so everyone wants to know exactly, okay, what are the results, so now you kind of have to wait a little bit more. Usually in a non-pandemic championship, they will have the results posted outside of the pool area so the kids can see immediately where they placed. In this case, we gotta wait, but it's okay. We're okay with waiting a little bit. as long as the kids are happy, they're comfortable, they're relaxed. And I think that's one of the things that I'm seeing in this championship is that the kids are a little more relaxed. They're in their personal environment. So it provides a different setting for them to prepare, kind of hang out, and still be able to perform at their best capability. So it's awesome. I will say though, it is pretty steamy in here. It's pretty steamy in here, and these masks don't help out. So as we keep speaking to you, we obviously have our masks on, keeping our social distancing, but still, it's hot. All right, they are announcing event 13, girls 910, 100-yard IM. In lane 3, we have Alyssa Plant, and in lane 4, Peyton Colcord. And so these girls will be doing a 25 of each stroke. So 25 meters just goes from one side of the pool to the other side of the pool. So they will start with the butterfly, move on to the backstroke.
No.
Yeah.
You start with the butterfly?
In the individual medley, yes, they do.
I thought they did the backstroke first.
No, that's the relays.
That's
Yes, the relays.
Okay. So butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle.
Yes. So in the relays, it's a little bit different. The order is different. It would start with backstroke, then breaststroke, then the butterfly, then the freestyle. In the individual though, the swimmer begins with the butterfly. So the order is butterfly, backstroke, breaststroke, and then the freestyle. So both of these girls are swimming in order to place for the girls 910 100-yard IM. So we have Alyssa Plants a little bit ahead. Peyton is not far behind. Still plenty of time. And Alyssa is finishing off her IM with her freestyle. And Peyton is at the turn and finishing her race off with the freestyle. It's a great job by both of these girls. I'm telling you guys, if I went in to do a dive, there's no way I would make it to the midpoint at all. So these kids are incredible. So these girls did a 100-yard IM, but events 17 and 18, and even, 17 and 18, girls and boys 13, 14 are doing the 200-yard IM. Now the girls is going to be pretty interesting because we have sisters swimming in this event. We have our twins, Gabriela Carasquillo in lane 2 and Lauren Carasquillo in lane 3. Identical twins here swimming in the same event. And then in event number 18, boys 13-14, 200-yard IM, we have Johan Perez Colon in lane 4 and Trevor Plant in lane 5. Now this one really is amazing. So these kids, individuals, have to start with a 50 butterfly and then do a 50 backstroke and then a 50 breaststroke and finish off with a 50 freestyle. That means that they have to go to the other side of the pool and back with one of the strokes. And then they do the same thing, go to the other side of the pool and come back with the second stroke. I mean, this is exhausting. The fact that these kids they keep going is astonishing and it's incredible on their part. They're all amazing.
And there is Kim cheering out her twins. At the bottom of the screen, if you can see, she is cheering on Gabby and Lauren.
So on the boys' side in lane 5, we have Trevor a little bit ahead, but Johan is right there with him. In lane 3, we have Lauren and her sister in lane 2. They're all just pushing each other, doing an amazing job.
I think that's the plan today, right? Try to mimic as much as we can. Make it a championship feel.
Yes.
The swimmers
yes.
at the turn end, cheering on the swimmers in the water. Again, trying to recreate what a championship will look like. This is amazing. So
we have Johan catching up to Trevor, and they're literally right there. You can see them both touching the wall almost at the same time. And this is a race to the finish, guys.
We have a good race here between the boys. Right now, it's anybody's race.
Yeah.
They're almost right neck to neck, right at the halfway here. Gonna be interesting 25 right here. See lane 2 pulling out a little bit more. Lane 5, excuse me. Pulling ahead. Looks like it'll be lane 5. But what a great race between the boys.
We have Trevor touching in first. Johan coming in right there. Lauren touching the wall for the girls. And Gabby right now is on her last 25. I mean, the grit that these kids have in pushing and pushing to the end. I mean, it's amazing. I think, and that's, I love that about our swimmers. It's the mentality of, we do not give up. I will not give up and make it to the end. That's just amazing.
Great job to all the swimmers.
All right. So now we're going into the 200-yard freestyle. We have combined events here. We have events number 22, event number 23, event number 24, and event number 25.
So right now, Coach Teresa is giving all the swimmers a 5-minute break. They're taking pictures this morning. All level ones are taking pictures this morning. So
Yes. So
if you want to go and make yourself some breakfast, get yourself a coffee,
you got 5 minutes.
some tea.
5
We
minutes.
got 5 minutes before we resume some of the
Yes.
actions. Amy and I will be here, probably cracking jokes and talking
I
through
have
the
no
5
jokes
minutes.
this morning, guys. I'm so sorry. Louis is obviously prepped, like he's
I am
been planning this.
I am prepped. I did some production for today.
He
I
did.
did some production for today. So I got another question for you.
Okay.
Um, how do pirates measure the way that they swim? Or how I'll rephrase the question. How do pirates measure the length that they swim?
I'm afraid to ask, but how do they measure?
In yards. Get it? Yards. That was a terrible impersonation of a pirate. But
We need drums here, guys. We're taking donation for drums just to be able to.
so the event list, it is not available. It will be available this afternoon. Unfortunately,
The event list should be available on Team Snap. If I am correct, I believe Coach Teresa had mentioned that the events and the link would be posted on Team Snap. So that would be the best bet. I'm actually using my phone to stream, so I can't check personally. But I believe the coach had said she would post it on Team Snap. So that would be the first place that I check.
We will be calling out the events as we proceed throughout the day. So,
But just to get ahead, the next events after the break will be the 200-yard freestyle. And that's going to be a combined event of event 22, 23, 24, and 25. Events 22 is the boys 11 and 12 200-yard freestyle. And that's going to be swum by Eli Rosario in lane 3. Lane 23 is the girls 13, 14 200-yard freestyle. And that's going to be swum by Isabella Octaviani in lane 2. Event 24 is boys 13, 14 200-yard free. And that's going to be swum by Trevor Plant in lane 4. And event 25 is the girls 15 to 18 200-yard freestyle. And that's going to be swam in lane 5 by Alex Cornet. So events 22, 23, 24, and 25 are all 200-yard freestyle. It's just different age groups. So even though you're seeing them swimming together in the pool, the results will actually be separate for each one of them.
So right now, the level 1 swimmers are taking their pictures with the coaches and then individually. If you're just tuning in or you just got the link to tune in, we are at the High School of Science and Technology in Springfield, Massachusetts. Today is the Pioneer Valley Swimming Championships. Our team is the Springfield Sharks Swimming Club. Streaming this event gives us an opportunity for our families to wherever they are. You can easily just text them the link or share this link, let them know that we're here today. and also gives us the opportunity. So if you are unable to see the live streaming, you can always play it back. So it gives us an opportunity to see it as well later on. Amy and I did that last week after we finished our live streaming, to actually get to see our daughter participate, and we can see other kids participate, but we don't necessarily get to see how their techniques and stuff. So we can talk to them afterwards. So again, if you're just tuning in, share the link, keep texting us, letting us know that you're out there. Keep shouting out your swimmers. Hopefully, everybody is doing well and is healthy this morning. Um, we have plenty of swimmers here today. I know it has been tough on some of our families over the pandemic. I hope everybody is, again, healthy and safe and recovering well. Um, we are here, High School Science HMI, just live streaming today's event, having some fun, cracking some jokes, and again, giving you guys up to date on who is in what lane and what meet they're participating in. All the coaches here are just taking a 5-minute break with the level 1 swimmers. They are taking pictures as well today. So we'll resume soon. I see some of the coaches are coming back. I'm going to take this time again to just say thank you to all our parent volunteers that are here today. Thank you to the board for organizing this event. It is not easy to conduct a swimming season, especially with planning and making sure that all the protocols are kept. Our swimmers are doing a good job. As I look around, they're doing a good job making sure that their masks are covering their nose and mouth at all times. So again, we're trying to be as safe as we can through this pandemic. Trying to keep sports going through the season. Has been tough on many communities not being able to have sports. We definitely know that having sporting programs supports our students' development, social development. So again, we are thankful that the city of Springfield allows us to be here today, again, under very strict protocols, social distancing or physical distancing, and also making sure that we are wearing our mask over our nose and mouth, which makes it very hard sometimes to talk. I know for a person like me that wears glasses, having a mask, it makes it hard for me. It makes it hard for me to keep my glasses, be able to see with my glasses as they get foggy. So again, everybody's doing their best, and I hope you guys are enjoying the broadcast this morning. Amy stepped out for a little bit to go and take pictures, so she'll be back here joining us early, and we'll resume. So hang in there, go get some coffee, make some breakfast, and we'll be back shortly when we're ready to resume. Wendy Lee, I love the comment. Yes, I know the kids are the kids want to get back into the pool. Absolutely. I think the coaches are just, again, today, they're just giving them a little bit more time to rest. Pretty sure they looked at data, they looked at times, how close the events were to each other. Some of these swimmers are swimming not only in the individual events, but also in medleys. So we want to make sure that we give them plenty of time to rest, time to go maybe grab a power snack. I definitely understand that they're trying to get in there to compete. But again, the coaches have a game plan for today to make sure that our swimmers, are not only working on the technique, but also thinking about how just thinking about what their next move is to make sure that we cut down on the number of DQs. So it looks like the coaches are back, the timers are back, and the swimmers are on their blocks. And again, we are moving on to events. Looks like events 22 to 24. I believe that those are the events this morning. 22 to 25. Hopefully I am correct. 23 to 25 are the events. So girls 13 and 14, 200-yard freestyle. Boys 13, 14, 200-yard freestyle. And event 25, girls 15 to 18, 200-yard freestyle. Swimmers are on their blocks. And they're off. Again, every parent here is on double duty, not only volunteering, but sharing their swimmer on. So again, put in the chat, who is your swimmer? Definitely give them a shout out.
No, push over. So just as a reminder, we do have 4 swimmers in the pool, but they're all being timed in individual events. So in lane 2, we have Isabella Octaviani, who's going for the girls 13-14, 200-yard free. In lane 3, Eli Rosario, who's going for the boys 11-12, 200-yard free. In lane 4, Trevor Plants, who's going for the 13-14, 200-yard free. And in lane 5, Alex Cornet, who's going for the girls 15-18, 200-yard free. So Trevor Plant in lane 4 just swam back-to-back 200s because he just did the 200 IM and now the 200 free. That's a lot.
No, at that time, I think that's why the coaches are giving the swimmers a lot of time. Again, we're seeing a lot of our swimmers go back-to-back events.
Yes.
Like Trevor, make sure that the guys have a lot of time in between to rest up.
All right, so the next events are combined. We have the girls, or event number 27, which is the girls 8 and under 25 freestyle. And then event number 28, which is the boys 8 and under 25 free. For that event, for the girls 8 and under, we're gonna have in lane 1, Lily Gorno. In lane 2, Adamaris Reca. And in lane 3, Caitlin Plant. And then for the boys, 8 and under, we have in lane 4, Lucas Tusignet. In lane 5, Hatcher Wilkins. And in lane 6, Theodore Cherival. So lanes 1 through 3 are for the girls, 8 and under, 25 free, which is event number 27. And then lanes 4 through 6 is boys, 8 and under, 25 freestyle, which is event number 28.
So here we have the timers taking a walk to the flip end of the pool. You know, I love being a timer. I love being a timer.
Why?
When I'm up there on the pool deck, I
Uh-huh.
love being a timer.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's just like cheering on the kids, and you know, and every kid has always come up to me. It's like, hey, how did I do on my time? Did I
Yeah.
improve? And just
Yeah.
forming those relationships with our swimmers has been fun. And once in a while, we get splashed, and I think that's also fun.
It's fun in the summer, but when you have to step outside and you're wet, I don't know how these kids get soaked and then they just run outside in the cold. It is freezing.
And again, it's exciting to see our younger swimmers compete. Shout out to Hatch.
Hatcher.
Yeah, Hatcher, yeah.
All right. So we have some swimmers who forgot to get on their blocks, but it's okay. All right. And they're off.
It's a good 25 here. Look at this.
We have Caitlin Plants in lane 3. Hitting that wall first. Followed by Lucas in lane 4.
Lane 2, lane 1, and lane 6. Looks like. Great job,
Yes.
swimmers.
Lane 5, I think, came in second for the boys. All right. Our next event is event number 29. This is the girls 9, 10, 50 free. And in lane 2, we're going to have Angela Garcia. In lane 3, Deborah Cruz. And in lane 4, Nakomi Polon.
So as our timers transition back to the block end, Amy, what did you have for breakfast this morning?
All I've had is
Coffee?
coffee.
You know that there's a specific stroke that you can use that you can spread on a toast. You know what it is?
What?
The butterfly. Yes, here all day with these dad jokes. Or a bagel, or an English muffin. You never know. So Wendy Lee, Hatcher was in lane number 5. Again, we don't know where he placed, but again, you know, just they're not really swimming against each other. They're trying to get their best times, and they're swimming against other swimmers from different cities, from different parks and recs. So again, we are here this morning filming the Sharks, and I'm pretty sure that other swimming clubs are doing the same thing. The results will be forthcoming, so Stay tuned. Coach Teresa usually sends them out within the same night, right?
No.
No,
It
it's gonna
takes
take a little bit
longer,
longer. All right,
because I gotta get all of the swim club's results in.
all right. We got some swimmers coming up.
So we have in lane 3, Deborah Cruz, and in lane 4, Nakomi Colon. And this is the girls 9, 10, 50-yard free. Event number 29. It seems as though Deborah Cruz touched the wall first, but we do not have official time, so everything will be posted in results hopefully by this week, so everyone can see where every child plays. All right, the next 2 events are being combined, event number 31 and number 32. This is the girls and boys 11 and 12 50-yard freestyle. For the girls, we have in lane 1, Maria Bella Octaviani. For the boys, we have in lane 2, Ethan Montanez. In lane 3, Eric Arroyo. In lane 4, Sebastian Medina. And in lane 5, Ezekiel Cherival. These are events 31 and 32. So Maria Bella will be scored or timed based on her swim for the 11 to 12 girls 50 free. Lanes 2 to 5 will be timed for the boys 11 to 12 50 free.
Looks like it's gonna be Sebastian.
Looks like it's gonna be Sebastian touching that wall first,
Ezekiel second.
followed by Ezekiel.
Eric.
Ethan. We have Maria Bella for the girls. Now we have the 50-yard free coming up for 3 different events. Event number 33 is the girls 13-14. And for that, we have in lane 4, Abriana Garcia. In lane 5, Tashara Boyd. Event 35 is girls 15 to 18. In lane 2, we have Zoraida Strait. In lane 3, Layla Sutton. And in 4, Genesis Montanez. Oh, I apologize. I made a mistake. I apologize, guys. I made a mistake. I think it's 33 and 36. Yeah. Yes, I apologize. So the next event is events 33 and 36 combined. 33 is girls 13-14, lane 4, Abriana Garcia, lane 5, Tashara Boyd. They're making, no, they're having Ariana and Tashara stepping back. So
Just
I don't think
35.
33 is going. So I think
Just
it's just
35.
35
Yep.
for now. Okay, so we're doing event number 35 right now.
Yep. And we have some shout outs. Go Zoraida, go Tashara, go Brianna.
Okay. All right, so this is event 35, girls 15, 18 free. In lane 2, we have Zoraida Straight. In lane 3, Layla Sutton. And in lane 4, Genesis Montanes or Genesis Montanes. I apologize for that mix-up. Sometimes the events get a little bit mixed up, especially when they're combined. It can be a little bit tricky. You have Layla touching the wall first, followed by Genesis. Soraida's at her midpoint to the end. And I believe next will now be event 33, where we'll have Ariana Garcia in lane 4, Tashara Boyd in lane 5. And they're going to be combined with event number 36, which is the boys 15 to 18 50-yard free. In lane 1, we're going to have Vashawn Sutton. In lane 2, Jordan Hernandez. And in lane 3, Tyshawn Heslow Paul. So these are events 33, the girls 13, 14 in lanes 4 and 5. And event 36, the boys 15 to 18, lanes 1, 2, and 3. The boys 15, 18 really have a race for themselves. Tyshawn getting a little bit ahead of Jordan. But man, by milliseconds.
We have a shout out here for Jordan. It says, "Go Jordan! We are so proud of you. 8 years
Yes. Yes. So the next event, we're going back to the 8 and unders, starting on the butterfly. I think they may be going off to another break. So we're seeing more breaks today. One, because we have the ability to do so since it's just our team. But
Yep.
2, we have swimmers that are swimming events back to back, and it's really, really tiring. So to get the maximum potential for best time, the coach has decided to give kids breaks in between certain sections of events so that they can recoup, get some water, get that energy back, relax those muscles a little bit, and prep for the next events. So the next group of events is going to be the butterfly. So if you are here with us, this is a great break for you to get your tea, your coffee, your juice, or reheat the coffee if it's been sitting. I'm out of coffee. I had my coffee. I should have gotten a large. I've kind of gone more before. I used to be more of a Dunkin' person, but I've gone more towards the McDonald's coffee. I I don't know
And we're not being
why.
sponsored.
We're
by-
not. No, we're not being
sponsored
sponsored,
by
guys.
any
We're
of
not being
those.
sponsored. We're not promoting. But I do. I like the McDonald's
sure-
coffee.
We're sharing our preference. Of
It's our
coffee.
personal preference. I know people have their own brands that they enjoy.
Mhm.
But it's crazy how like things have gone up on everything. Prices on everything has just gone up. So I can appreciate that McDonald's has been able to keep their coffee so priced so low. But it's really, really good. It's really good.
So, were you ever a fan of the Walking Dead show? Like every single episode of The Walking Dead?
No, I know. I no, not
But,
really.
but you've been a fan of the video games that feature zombies, right?
Yes. Yes.
So do you know that zombies like to swim? And they have a special place that they like to swim.
Oh boy.
Do you know where that is?
What is the special place that zombies like to swim?
The Dead Sea.
Oh my god.
You laugh, therefore it is a funny dad joke. Yes. Yes, I set that one up very good.
Wow. Oh boy. I hope you guys are writing these jokes down this morning, guys. These jokes can get you through the week. Oh my goodness.
Again, if you're just joining us, Coach Teresa and the other coaches, again, spread the events out today, giving plenty of time for our swimmers to regain some of the energy, maybe grab a snack, sit down, and just relax a little bit. Right now, all the coaches and the level 2 swimmers are out there taking pictures. So yeah, this is just another opportunity for you guys to go and take a break yourself. Go and warm up that coffee, like Amy said, or go hang out, take care of other things that you have to take care of. We'll be back here shortly. We'll let you guys know when they're going to be back. We'll keep an eye out for the coaches and the timers going back to the starting blocks and the swimmers being called up. So.
And take the moment, guys, to shout out your swimmer. If you're here,
share the link
for a specific swimmer or swimmers or group of swimmers, shout them out, hype them up, cheer them on. Many of our swimmers rewatch this this live. I know that part of it is to hear our wonderful voices, but many of them do go back and they watch their events and they do read the comments. So take the opportunity if you're at a distance away, even if you're down the street, with this whole situation going on a global scale. We have to limit who can be in the pool area, who can be on deck, how many people can be here.
Yeah.
So
I think that's the downside. That's what I mean.
That is the downside.
You know, having just a different energy.
But
you have a full of spectators, parents, grandparents.
Yeah, at least this offers though the opportunity.
Chairs.
Oh my goodness. At least this offers the
Carrying
opportunity for
the
people to
hallway.
cheer their kids along. And yes, the famous lawn chairs.
All over the place. And you know what I missed too? The snack stand that
Yes,
with like the different types of
yes,
food.
the snacks, you guys, you
The
don't
hot dogs.
understand.
I don't know. I don't know what it is about just going to a sporting event and just having a hot dog.
If you just started
baseball,
this, if you just
swimming.
started this year with the team, I am hoping this pandemic situation goes by quickly, because one of the things that the Sharks are known for is their concession stand.
The best.
It is amazing. We're not talking about just little snacks, guys. We're not talking about snack bars. I mean, I'm notorious for being the volunteer to bring donuts, but we actually have food. I think one year we had fritters being
Fried.
cooked.
Yeah.
We've had rice, we've had chicken, we've had like
Meatballs,
full meals.
We've had chili. We've had again, just like that's what I think that's what I miss the most, you know. And you know, we're a little bit privileged here because we have been able to, you know, provide commentary and be here as timers and volunteer as much as possible. But some of our parents are not. You know,
Yeah.
we can only send one parent in. We've been tasked with this assignment of providing live streaming and commentary and making sure that you guys know when your swimmers are up. So so we're a little bit privileged here, and we thank Kim and the Sharks for allowing us to do that. But some of you guys are don't. So again, I think that's what I miss the most. Just seeing the parents, seeing some of
The energy that
we built relationships
Yes.
with over the years. We have been with the Sharks since our daughter was 7, and now she is 12. Going on
Did you really
13.
have to think about that?
No, I'm just trying to. You know, I'm a math teacher, but at the same time, I got to go through the numbers. So we've been here, you know, going on 6 years, and we formed really many great relationships with parents.
Yes.
T-shirts. I know that you're wearing.
I'm wearing my Shark shirt.
Yeah,
yes.
but I'm wearing my.
He's wearing his daddy Shark one.
Daddy
I left
Shark.
my mommy Shark one at home.
But look. I don't know. I know the fans out there
he
cannot see.
actually came with Shark socks.
I got my Shark beanie. I'm just sharked out today. Representing just a great program in the city of Springfield. We have no, you know, every funding comes from the memberships. We don't have any sponsors or anything like that.
Nope.
So the money that is paid through memberships is the ones that we run the program. We pay our coaches, pay facility fees, custodians, lifeguards. Everything comes from the money that is paid through memberships.
All right. So we are starting up again. We are going on to event number 37. And like I said, this next batch of events is going to be the butterfly. We're going to start with the girls 8 and under 25-yard butterfly. In lane 3, we're going to have Caitlin Plant. Right now, that's the only lane that's going to be used. She is the only 8 and under swimmer doing the 25-yard butterfly. So let's gather all of our energies. Everyone should be cheering this swimmer on. She's the only one out there right now to swim this event in representation of the Sharks for 8 and under girls. And maybe there's some of you wondering why there's only one swimmer. So for championships, each swimmer is only allotted to do 2 individual events. So with that, each swimmer can only swim 2 events on their own. So it's a matter of being strategic and having swimmers being able to pick the events that they feel most comfortable with to swim their events.
Nice job, Caitlin.
Nice job. All right. So next we're going to have event number 40. The boys 9 through 10, 50-yard butterfly. And that's going to be swum by Connor Glennon in lane 3 and Pedro Paez in lane 4. Butterfly is one of those things that I wish I could do because man, that's like a great back workout.
Everything works out.
I mean, all the strokes are, but for my particular needs, that would be great. But these boys have to do a 50. That means that they have to get to the other side of the wall and back to the starting blocks.
Have Jada waving up at us.
Yes.
Connor is racing him. I saw him
Yes,
take a
yes,
look, see where he
taking
was. Oh,
a
yeah.
piece to the side. The next event is the girls and boys 11, 12, 50-yard butterfly. We're combining these events, but the results will be posted separately. In lane 1, we have Maria Bella Octaviani. In lane 2, Drea Robinson. In lane 3, Anna Hun. In lane 4, Jada Alejandro. And for the boys, we have in lane 5, Jovinda Kunanali. So lanes 1 through 4 are girls, lane 5 boys, 11, 12, 50-yard butterfly. And they're off. We have Anna Hunt taking the lead in lane 3, followed by Drea.
Go second and Jada.
And Anna touches the wall first.
Jovinda.
We have Jovinda, Drea coming in, Jada, and
Jada.
Maria Bella. This is a hard one. Like, I do not have enough coordination in my body to do this.
It's just the difference, right? The kick.
Yeah, and
To get above the water. It's just
and the
tough.
older they get, obviously, the more difficult it gets, because next will be the 100-yard butterfly, and that's going to be swum in events number 46 by boys 15 to 18. In lane 2, Charles Sutton. In lane 3, Tyshawn Heslow Paul. And lane 4, Julius Boyd. So these boys have to pretty much double up on what 11, 12 just did. The 100-yard butterfly. You think you could do this? He's like, no.
I can potentially just float in the water. I think I'm getting more shout outs out there. I am giggling at Lewis's jokes with my head shaking. Yeah. I'll be here all day. You never know.
No, you not a stand-up. No. I don't know. Maybe it could be a potential for like a fundraiser, the dad jokes night or something, kind of like a karaoke for dad jokes.
The fun is telling them at school for my students. You know, sometimes you just need a good laugh. Some shout outs here. Go Tyshawn. Yeah, Gobi.
Yes. Drea receiving a lot of love.
Yes, she did. Drea did really good. I think what's fun for me is just seeing, you know, how they develop over the years. You know,
Yes, yes.
some of these swimmers have been competing against each other since they were kids, and you know,
More like competing alongside each other.
oh, they compete against each other, which is also
They
great.
push each other,
They
yeah.
push each other, and I think that's
Tyshawn gets to the wall first.
Yeah.
It's a great thing when they can build that camaraderie, that sportsmanship.
yeah.
It's just amazing. And a lot of friendships, a lot of friendships, a lot of bonds. A lot of our kids go to school together. So it's something that they carry with them in and out of the pool. So I think they're taking another picture. So I think they're going to take another break before getting to the next event. So we're going back to the freestyles. They're going to take another, I'm assuming, 5-minute break. Give the kids time to stretch out, get their drink, use the restroom if they need to. But it's great to have these little breaks built in, especially for the younger kids. But after the break, we're going to head back to the freestyle, starting with the 8 and unders. So we'll pick up on event 47 after the break.
So as we have some downtime here, downtime. I mean,
Yes.
you like the beach, don't you?
Oh boy. I do. I prefer a pool, but I can do the beach for relaxing and just.
Oh, water is water.
Well, anyway, go ahead.
Well, there's actually some of our kids, like if you go to, I believe it's West Springfield. West Springfield is a salted pool. That's how they process their filtered. So it's a saltwater pool. So it's pretty similar to the ocean, right?
Okay.
You know the ocean is very nice, right?
Yeah.
So what did the ocean say, or what does the ocean say to its swimmers?
What does the ocean say to its swimmers?
Nothing. It just waved.
You guys, every time he says one of these jokes, I'm just here shaking my head.
Listen, at least I have one person out there that is enjoying my dad jokes. You know, you gotta keep it fun. You know, you gotta keep the energy up. So as we take these breaks, I am for sure taking advantage
Of your dad joke.
Yes.
Moms, I have failed you all because I do not have any jokes. But if
So
we,
what would be a mom joke?
I don't
I don't think there is
know.
mom jokes out there.
I don't know.
Like do your dishes. Like I don't know. That's not even funny. Like
Are you trying to say moms are boring?
no, I didn't. I'm not saying moms are boring, but you know, like so, like see, I think we've been given the task of just keeping things fun. You know,
So you're
light.
saying moms are
I'm
boring?
not saying yes are boring. I'm just saying that there's no mom jokes out there. There's just dad jokes, and I think that's just the way the way that the world has turned out to be. Just dad jokes. I don't know. Maybe Google mom jokes. Maybe you can.
I can't. I'm using my.
We're not being sponsored by Google either. So
We're not sponsored, definitely by
I should
Google.
mention these corporations and restaurants. We have no monetary commitment to any of them, or they have no monetary commitment with us.
No.
We're just having a good time here on a Saturday. Again, keeping you guys entertained.
On a Saturday
Yeah.
morning, almost afternoon.
Have you ever tried singing underwater? No, this is definitely not a dad joke.
It's not a dad joke?
Not a dad
Okay,
joke.
no.
I'm thinking maybe that's how Michael Bublé kind of came around, you know, because he was singing underwater, bubbles. I don't know, because you can't really sing underwater. Can you sing underwater?
Yeah.
You're a singer. What?
No.
You have the ability to sing.
I mean, you can't like do an entire. I think you could. I mean, you have to breathe out underwater.
I didn't get to tell you what the lights are. That's the
So,
for example, in like the 200 free, you could see like Trevor was ahead of his time.
wow. Okay.
So it's like the line from the Olympics.
So,
the world record.
so we have a special guest here with us this morning. Is Coach Teresa. She's explained to us
Hi.
what she's like, what the lights are. So, in your view, you should be able to see on the opposite side of where our point of view is. You should be able to see lights going back and forth. I thought it was Knight Rider. I thought we were just going to sing the Knight Rider going back and forth. And but Coach Jerome set it up to where he's showing us and everybody else what the best time should be, or am I right to say that, Coach? Like
the seated time, so the current best time.
The current best time in that heat. So gives us and the coaches and you guys an ability to see whether we are at pace or ahead of the pace or behind pace of that best time. Coach, I think you're doing a great job.
Yes.
I don't know. Are you gonna have a voice this afternoon? Because you've been shouting out all the events.
My voice has learned since I have high school as well, so it figures it out.
It figures it out.
I can't sing, but
So if you look across the wall straight ahead, you're gonna see there's blue and white. I mean, maybe on your end it kind of looks like black and white stripes against the wall. The very top on the very top line, there's a strip. There's a light strip. And when the kids start swimming, you see a red light going across. So that is pretty much going according to the best time of that heat. So you can visually see if a swimmer can beat their own time based on where the light is moving.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
Or the best reasonable time. If
I don't think we've had that before.
No, I saw it, and I really truly thought it was, like a Knight Rider, bringing it back to the 80s.
No, Knight Rider goes back and forth super fast, and it's a smaller space.
I know,
but it's similar, or it equates to the line that we see in the Olympics. In the Olympics, you see the record holders, and then you see the swimmers, and there's kind of like this invisible line kind of moving along with the swimmers. That's supposed to mimic that same line. So the swimmer that has the fastest time in that heat,
right,
that line will go according to that swimmer's fastest time, and then you can see if that time was beat out. So it's pretty cool.
I think that's a great addition to this pool.
It is.
Yeah.
So we should be starting off soon.
Soon, yeah.
And like I said, when we start up this after this break, we're going into event number 47, the girls 8 and under 50-yard free. So we're starting in lane 3. We have Charlie Goslin, and in lane 4, Adamaris Reca. Girls 8 and under 50-yard free.
Should be coming up soon. I see the
Yes, the girls are already in their lane.
And here is Nivea. Okay, here we go.
So these are the 2 girls representing 8 and unders for the Springfield Sharks. Let's cheer them on. Charlie and Adamaris. Charlie in lane 3 and Adamaris in lane 4. Adamaris made her turn first. But Charlie's right there with her.
Looks like it's gonna be a good finish here. Great
Adamaris
turn.
touches first. So the next, we're combining events number 49 and 50. The girls and boys 9 and 10. And we're doubling up now. Now it's the 100-yard freestyle. For the girls 9 and 10, we have in lane 3, Deborah Cruz. And in lane 4, Leana Rivera. And for the boys 9 and 10, in lane 2, we have Connor Glennon. Again, these are events 49 and 50. Boys and girls 9 and 10, 100-yard free. For those of you who joined us later, the lane closest to the camera is lane 1. So where you're seeing the 12-foot deep side, that is lane 1. And then the lane farthest away from the camera is lane 6. So in lane 2, we have Connor Glennon, lane 3, Deborah Cruz, and lane 4, Leana Lee Rivera. All right, they're stepping up. Now, I've got to say, those starting blocks, I've stood on that before. That is a scary sight. Because from here, it looks like it's low enough, but when you're standing on those blocks and you're looking down into the depth of the water, it can be a little bit intimidating. The kids make it look easy. I don't know, maybe it's because we're a little bit older, so it's like we see things differently. I think kids are more daring.
Even the turn. Have you ever tried doing the flip turn?
No, I tried turning one time and I feel like I
And-
drank a gallon of
yeah.
water.
So it's amazing. It's amazing what our kids can do.
All I can do is like touch the wall and keep going. But if I try doing a flip turn, first of all, I don't know if my body can move like that.
So
That takes a lot.
This is 100?
Yes.
Wow. Great job so far by all our swimmers in the water.
For the next event, event number 51, we have a big group of 11, 12 girls swimming the 100-yard free. So we'll see how that one goes.
And we have some best friends up there swimming
Oh,
against
yeah.
each other, right?
Yeah,
We have
there.
Jada and Alina, and do I see Lana? No, Lana's it's not the same group, right?
No, it's not the same group. All right, so we have Deborah touching the wall first. Leanna, Lee, and Connor are making their way to the wall.
I'm gonna take a moment to say that proud principal moment, because it looks like three out of the 5 swimmers are all STEM Middle Academy of Springfield, Massachusetts swimmers.
So we
So-
have in event number 51, girls 11, 12, 100-yard free. In lane 1, we have Leon Melendez. In lane 2, we have Jada Alejandro. In lane 3, we have Alina Martinez. In lane 4, Juliana Lapanese. In lane 5, Drea Robinson.
This is gonna be a great swim.
All of these girls swimming the 100-yard free. This is event number 51, girls 11, 12. Lewis is extremely proud as a principal, having
Absolutely.
3 of the 5 girls coming from STEM Middle Academy.
Yep, 1, 2, and 3.
We are not sponsored by STEM Middle Academy either.
Technically, I'm here, so yeah. We are being sponsored by my school. Let's go. Great start by all 3. Great start.
Alina taking the lead. Tight race.
You see that
Alina
Alina
holding
had,
on.
the full time. Then
Alina way ahead of her best time. Now it's a race. Who's gonna touch that wall?
second, looks like Jada's gonna come in second.
So close. But Jada hits the wall first. Followed by Juliana, Drea, and Leon. Wow, that was intense. All right. We're moving on to the group of boys in event number 52. We also have a group of boys swimming that event. So that one will be swum alone. 11, 1200-yard free. In lane 2, we have Eli Rosario. In lane 3, Sebastian Medina. Lane 4, Eric Arroyo. And lane 5, Julian Brito.
A lot of love out there on the chat for Drea.
Yes.
Great job, Drea. Keep sending those shout outs for your swimmers.
Keep sending those
Go
shout outs.
Julius,
Cheer,
go
cheer,
Maria
cheer.
Again, let them know that you're watching. You're with us this morning.
So the boys stepping up, boys 11, 12. Lane 2, Eli Rosario. Lane 3, Sebastian Medina. Lane 4, Eric Arroyo. And lane 5, Julian Brito. Cheer, cheer, cheer our swimmers.
Again, some of these swimmers have been friends for a very long time, cheer each other on, they compete against each other. I think it's just great. And they're off. So this is 100, right?
Yes,
We have a little bit of time to talk between.
we have
So-
Sebastian taking the lead early on, but we still have a 75 still, so it's still anyone's swim.
You know that elephants can swim at any point in time. They can go swimming anytime they want
Okay.
because they always have their trunks.
They always have their trunks.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Anytime they want, they can go swimming.
We have Sebastian who was staying way ahead of his time too.
Yep.
Wow. These kids are
So
really
we have two
going
swimmers,
for it.
two swimmers ahead of the best pool time.
Yes. Sebastian touching first, and he seems to have cut
Plenty of time.
a
Come
big
on.
chunk off his time.
Stay there. Stay up there. Stay up there. Stay up there. It's gonna come in right behind the best time, but
Eric
man,
coming
nice
in.
job.
And then we have Eli touching the wall and Julian making his way. All right, so we're moving on.
So event 55.
55.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're skipping 53 for now. For now, we're gonna go back to it. But event number 55 is the girls 15 to 1800-yard free. Lane 3, we have Layla Sutton, and in lane 4, Genesis Montanes. So we're going back to event number 53. It's combined with another event. So we're gonna do number 55 first. 15, 1800-yard free. Layla in lane 3 and Genesis in lane 4. Layla staying slightly ahead. Layla touches the wall first. Hennessy's reaching the wall. And now we're moving on to events 53 and 56. That's the girls 13, 14, 100-yard free, and the boys 15, 18, 100-yard free. For the girls, lane 1, we're gonna see Arjana Kunanali. Lane 2, we have Lana Han, and lane 3, Abriana Garcia. For the boys 15 to 18, we're gonna see in lane 4, Jordan Hernandez, and in lane 5, Vashawn Sutton. We're combining these two events, but the results are posted separately based on the event that the swimmers are swimming. Event number 53 for the girls and event number 56 for the boys. All right, we have the swimmers in their positions. We have Jordan taking a lead on the boys' side, and the girls are pretty tight. Lana has a slight lead, but here comes Arjana in lane 1. This is a tight race between the girls. Lana retakes the heat. Lana touches the wall first for the girls and Jordan for the boys. These kids are all doing such an amazing job. You can see they're just them putting their all out there. And it's incredible to be a part of it. So they're giving another 5-minute break. The great thing about this, you guys, is that we have an opportunity that not every team has. Not every team has the accessibility to be able to live stream. I don't know what the policies are in the other towns. But at least we have the opportunity to live stream and for you to be able to participate by cheering on your swimmer, by posting your comments. It's great to have as an interactive way of participating in the swim meet. So we're gonna take a little break because we also have to kind of rest our voices. I know you guys love hearing us, but give us a few minutes and we will be right back. And we're joining back on. Took a little break. After this break, which kids are all kind of already positioning themselves for, we're gonna start with the backstroke. So we're gonna have a combined heat of 57, not heat, sorry, a combined event. Event number 57 and event number 58. The girls and boys, 8 and under, 25-yard backstroke. For the girls, we only have one girl swimming the backstroke. We only have one girl doing the backstroke, and that is Lily Gornell. She's gonna be in lane 5. And then for the boys, we have 3 8 and under boys doing the backstroke. In lane 2, we'll have Theodore Cherval. In lane 3, Lucas Tusignant. And in lane 4, Hatcher Wilkins. So we're getting all the timers, all the volunteers positioned. Swimmers are already in position. I do have to see a few more shout outs. We have a shout out for Anna on her butterfly, Arjana, and mentions of food. The torture, you guys. We're looking at walking tacos, pulled pork with mac and cheese, sliders. Had we had concessions, I would have had everything. Everything. Oh my goodness. Yes, the mac and cheese, the tacos. And also the beautiful thing about having our swim meets or having had our swim meets with concessions, our swim meets were always like this, early morning, jam-packed. And if you were running late or if you got here just in the nick of time and you missed out on breakfast, they would make breakfast sandwiches. Oh my goodness. I miss it so much. I'm hoping that we can get back to things in the summer.
So shout out to Hatcher. Jude and Mommy are watching you, Hatcher. So go Hatcher.
And we're also past the midpoint of this championships. We're already moving to event 57. Girls and boys 8 and under, events 57 and 58. And they're off. We have Lucas taking the lead in lane 3. Patrick touching the wall on lane 4,
Nice job.
followed by Lily and Theodore. Swimmers are going back to the starting blocks to move on to events 59 and 60, which is the boys and girls 9, 10, 50-yard backstroke. For the girls, we're gonna have in lane 3, Peyton Colcord, and in lane 4, Leana Lee Rivera. And for the boys, in lane 2, Pedro Paez.
So, are you into like 80s movies?
Depends, but I could watch them.
Have you seen Back to the Future?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know that swimmers go Back to the Future in every meet.
How?
By doing the backstroke.
You guys, you have no idea how much I pause and think about whether I want to know the answer or not.
Go back in time. Go back in time doing the backstroke.
So in lane 3 and 4, we have the girls. Lane 3, Peyton. Lane 4, Leana Lee. And in lane 2, our boy, Pedro. 50-yard backstroke. And Peyton takes the lead. I have to admit, the backstroke always scares me. I just have this always impending thought of hitting the wall, and that's just me. So for whatever reason, when I see the flags, I'll slow down because I'm so afraid of just like hitting myself. But these kids have so much skill and so much talent that they can just read exactly where they need to be, when they need to do it. So we have Peyton at the wall, Pedro making his way, and Leana Lee making her way. In our next events, we have events number 61 and events number 62 combined. That is the boys and girls 11, 12, 50-yard backstroke. For the girls, we have in lane 2, Juliana Lapanese. In lane 3, Anna Hun. In lane 4, Ella Collins. In lane 5, Sandra Perez Colon. And for the boys, we have in lane 1, Ethan Montanes. Stepping in, And Anna takes the lead. With a close call on second place, Anna touches the wall first. Then we have Ella and Juliana following. Ethan and Sandra finish up, and that concludes our 11, 12, 50-yard backstroke. Now, obviously, as you age up, the event also moves on up. So at 13, 14, you start doing the 100-yard backstroke. So we are looking at event 63. Girls 13, 14, 100-yard backstroke. And again, we have our twins, our sisters, Gabriela and Lauren Carrasquillo swimming this event. In lane 2, we have Gabriela Carrasquillo, and in lane 4, Lauren Carrasquillo. And in lane 3, we have Lana Hun. We have Lana taking the lead. Lauren and Gabrielle are just side by side. They're Lana's maintaining that lead. It's so interesting and great to see how there is this huge transition between doing a 50 at 12 and under and moving that up to 100 when you age up to 13. Lana seems to have beat out her best time. It's very close. And that's according to the strip of light that we see. But I'm not timing, so it just seems like it. Lauren touches the wall, and Gabriela gets to the wall. And now we're moving on from backstroke to breaststroke. Going back to the girls 8 and under. So for girls, we only have one girl swimming the breaststroke, and that is Charlie Goslin. She's gonna be on lane or in lane 3. This is a 25-yard breaststroke. So we are moving on to a combined event. Event number 69 and event number 71. In event 69, we have girls 9, 10, 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 5, we have Alyssa Plant and 6, Nakomi Colon. For event number 71, we have girls 11, 12, 50-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Sandra Perez Colon. In lane 2, Leon Melendez. In lane 3, Alina Martinez. And in lane 4, Ella Collins. So we have two events here, 69 and 71, 9, 10, and 11, 12. Lanes 1 through 4 is girls 11, 12, and lanes 5 and 6 is girls 9 and 10. Although they're swimming the same event, it is two separate events or the same style, 50 breaststroke. That takes the lead. Followed by Ella Collins. Alina seems to be ahead of her best time. She seems to have cut her time, but we won't know until the times are officially in. Ella touches the wall. Followed by Alyssa, Sandra, Leon, and Nakomi. All right, moving on. We have the boys, 11, 12, 50-yard breaststroke. Event number 72. In lane 2, we have Julian Brito. In lane 3, Jovinda Kunanali. And in lane 4, Ezekiel Cheribal. Boys are getting ready. All right, transitioning to the boys events. Julian in lane 2, Jovinda in lane 3, Ezekiel in lane 4. This is really close. Jovinda and Ezekiel seem to be right there. Ezekiel touches the wall first. Central Vinda. And they were both ahead of the best time. So they must have cut time. All right. We are moving on. We are set to have a combined event. We have event 73 and 75 combined. Event 73 is the girls 13-14 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 1, we have Isabella Octaviani. In lane 2, Arjana Kunanali. And in lane 3, Tashara Boyd. For event number 75, we have girls 15-18 100-yard breaststroke. In lane 4, we have Alex Cornet. And in lane 5, Zoraida Straits. And this is where the difference comes in. Because now we're going from a 50 to 100. We have both Isabella and Arjana in lanes 1 and 2 who are 13 years old. So this is their first season at 100 breaststroke. Last season, they would have been at the 50 breaststroke. But lanes 2, 3, and 4 are just right there. Side by side, it's still anybody's swim. Arjana seems slightly ahead with Tashara right there with her.
Very good. Followed by, looks like gonna be, yep, lane 5.
Alex,
lane 4.
Tashara, and Isabella coming up.
You know, there's dry land workouts that the kids have to do
Yes.
outside.
Yes.
Dry land workouts. You know which one's the best one for swimmers?
Which one?
Pull-ups. I know, I went a little bit quiet there, just taking care of some technical difficulties on our end. We made everything happen so smoothly. Nobody knew that we were having technical difficulties.
Yep. So we have Zoraida finishing up. And then we move on to combined event 74 and event 76. Those two events will be next. So for event number 74 and 76, we're looking at the boys 100-yard breaststroke. Event 74 is boys 13-14, and that will be swum by Johan Perez Colon in lane 2. Event number 76 is boys 15-18. And for that, we have in lane 3, Julius Boyd, and in lane 4, Charles Sutton. We encourage you, cheer for your swimmer.
I think we have an early start there. Yep. Looks like Julius is swimming blindly there. I think his goggles are underneath his nose. See when he comes back up. Yep.
Yes.
The good thing that the coach makes them train sometimes without the goggles so they can keep going.
Yes. Our
So as
swimmers
part of
do
their
have
training,
the opportunity to practice. When things don't always go 100, you make it at 100, and Julia seems to be doing that.
you know, like
Johan in lane 2, ahead of the best time. I know what?
you know why dolphins only swim in salt water?
I shouldn't have asked. Why?
Because they're allergic to pepper.
What? They're allergic to pepper? Oh, so both Johan gets to walk first. Julius touches now, but both of them were ahead of the best time, which is awesome. Seeing that Julius had his goggles at his nose pretty much from the moment that he dove off. That is amazing.
I think the judge put in a DQ. We'll see.
All right. So we are soon to start the final events. The last part of this championship meet, the free relays. So our swimmers move on from swimming individually to now swimming as a group. This is the last piece of this championship meet. We're taking a little break, giving kids the chance to recover. Especially those that just swam the breaststroke, giving them a chance to recover, catch their breath, get some water.
Gives us an opportunity to
Fill in with more jokes.
fill in. What was everything?
Or dad jokes.
We have shout outs for Govinda. Just
Peyton,
go, Govinda.
Hatcher,
Nice job, Hatcher. Yeah. A lot of families out there tuning in,
yeah, Drea.
cheering on their swimmers. This is great.
So this is our last, our second and
Our
last,
second and last, which is great.
streaming, I guess. This brings kind of the fall season to an end. This championship meet. I am not sure how things will be. Usually at the end of the season, we have some type of celebration before we've had like pool parties and pizza and cake. There was one time that we did rent out a hall and had a pizza party over there with music, and awards were handed out, medals. I am not sure how that's going to look this year. And I think that's one huge downfall of this pandemic, changing the way that we do things, changing life in general. So I don't know how a celebration would look or be.
Some
And
summers out there
and it's
warming
hard
up,
cooling down.
cooling down, getting some extra laps in there.
These kids really look forward to those celebrations at the end. I don't know. In the summertime, it's a little easier because it's outdoors. It's outdoors. We can have an outdoor celebration. I know that we've had picnic before. We've had a whole bunch of activities, but because it's outdoors, it simplifies the whole social distancing. It simplifies a lot of things, having that open air, open space. But wintertime, it's a little bit cold
Yeah.
to be outside doing stuff like that. Um, so we'll see. We'll see what is planned out.
We have some shout outs here for Tashara and Arjana, and also to the coaches who
Yes.
work tirelessly at this. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Our coaches do an amazing job. They not only have day jobs, and most of them are educators. I believe all four of them, or three out of the four educators. I know Coach Teresa teaches at Central and coaches at Central. Coach Pat is a social studies teachers over at Forest Park, and I know that Coach Chris also teaches at Central. So on top of planning for being a teacher, which is we know it's a very tough job, right? We can speak from experience, a very tough job. They're out here every night coaching our students, making sure that we're putting Springfield on the map for swimming, which is
Yes.
it's hard, right? We always encourage our swimmers to continue to do this. A lot of potentials after high school, scholarships. So it's always important. So I just because it's maybe our second, Amy, and our last time that we're doing this this live streaming.
Yeah.
Just want to say that you did a very good job.
You did a great job.
Yeah.
Those jokes, man. I don't know if anyone can compete with that.
Listen, I give my best. I'm always trying to make a splash. You were being set up.
So as we said, this championship meet is going to end with the free relays. Each team will have 4 swimmers. The 8 and unders will have 100 freestyle relay. That means that each of the swimmers in each team will swim will swim 25 yards from one side of the pool to the other. The older swimmers, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 through 18 have to do a 200 relay. So each swimmer swims the freestyle, swims a 50 yards of the freestyle, meaning they go to one side and return right back. And with that, it would culminate our championship for the fall season, 2021-2022 season.
You know that Buzz Lightyear is a very active and avid swimmer.
How?
He has a pool. No, he does.
Where?
He has an infinity pool and beyond.
Oh, not that we're promoting the movie either, because
We're not being sponsored by Disney.
we're not being sponsored by Disney either. Oh goodness. So after this break, we'll be going to the girls and boys 8 and under 100-yard freestyle relay. These are events number 77 and 78. In event 77, we'll have the girls in lane 3. And that event will be swam by Caitlin Plant, Charlie Goslin, Lily Gourneau, and Adamaris Reca. And event 78 is boys 8 and under. They will be in lane 4. We have Zayden Asbury, Theodore Cherval, Hatcher Wilkins, and Lucas Two Signet. And I am hoping that I'm saying names okay or right. I'm trying.
I think it's great.
I
Yeah.
hope so.
I think we were talking about that last time. Like Latin-based languages,
Yeah.
Spanish, French, to signal.
Two Signet.
Yeah.
Those are Germanic. Are they Latin?
I think to signal is French.
It is? Well,
Yeah.
maybe. But the root,
Somebody, yeah,
It's-
I'm pretty sure family that is out there for Lucas will
because the English
comment.
language comes from the Germanic foundation.
Yeah, but French doesn't. French is a Latin-based language.
Yes.
There's a lot of cognates in French.
Oh my God. There we got even going before that.
Yeah. Oh, you
Anywho,
studied this, so
I did. And it was not fun. It was not fun. But yeah, you're right. Well, the romantic languages.
Yeah.
Spanish, French, Portuguese. But the course that I took was a focus on the English language, the history of the English language, which is crazy how it's changed through the different ages.
yeah.
We still have a couple of swimmers. I'm sure at this point they're warming up. And this is the home stretch, everyone. This is the home stretch. Everyone is getting ready for their relays.
We have one more time. One more. We got more time for one more joke.
I think we have time for
Okay,
one
one
more
joke.
because I announced the 8 and under. So yes.
Okay. You know Joey Tribbiani, right, from Friends.
Yes.
He was a very active. Matt LeBlanc, right, plays Joey Tribbiani in Friends.
Yes.
Very active swimmer. Very active swimmer.
Was he?
Yep.
Why?
Yep.
How? Why?
What was his famous catch line?
How you doing?
How you doing, right? So in the pool, he'd be like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Oh
Now,
my
come
gosh.
on.
I can't.
That was a good one.
I can't.
I know what I'm doing. It is. I am eating lunch.
I am starving.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm eating lunch.
I might
No,
go to
we're not-
Petro's.
No, we're not being sponsored by Petro. So
I love Petro's in Chicopee.
Chicopee on.
It's a little diner on Front Street in
On Front
Chicopee.
Street, Chicopee.
Petro's has amazing breakfast and lunch.
This is a free a free promotion.
Family owned. We've gone there for years. And very reasonably priced. Very. I'm just saying. A bacon, egg, and cheese on a bagel does not sound bad right now.
This shark meat is
Not,
sponsored
no,
by
it's not.
Petro's Family Restaurant on Front Street.
All right. So they are aligning all of the swimmers for their relays. And we had already announced the 8 and under. So events 77 and 78 will be combined. Girls and boys 8 and unders. In lane 3, we will have our girls, Caitlin Plant, Charlie Goslin, Lily Gourneau, and Adamaris Reca. And in lane 4, we will have our boys 8 and under, Zayden Asbury, Theodore Cherval, Patra Wilkins, and Lucas Tusignet. All right. So our relays are beginning, starting with our little ones. We're almost at the end. And we want to thank everyone that has joined us today.
Shout out to you guys for tuning in.
Yes, being so supportive, being the primary cheerleaders, really. And this race is literally a race. But again, a reminder that even though we have the boys and the girls swimming in the pool right now, and it's awesome because they can kind of push each other, visually they can push each other, but their times will be scored separately. The girls will be placed under event number 77, and the boys will be placed under event 78.
Shout out to Sandra K, Jatuan, and all the families to wear masks at all the right and all the right things to keep events in a community space like this happening. Absolutely. A lot of protocols for our swimmers, for our volunteers, coaches.
And priority is safety. We
Yep.
want to make sure everyone is safe, everyone is healthy, but that the kids still have an environment where they can do what they are passionate about, which is swimming. So I'm so happy that we've been able to provide that this season for our kids. The girls get to the wall first, but the boys are right there.
We're it looks like we're
And both, it seems like both the boys and girls beat out the best
beat out
time.
the best times.
So this is going to be interesting. These kids are really pushing themselves. All right, next we are combining events 79, 81, 82, and 83. This is the girls. 79 is girls 10 and under 200-yard free relay. They'll be in lane 1. And that will be Alyssa Plant, Peyton Colcord, Nakomi Polong, and Deborah Cruz. Event 81 is the girls 11, 12, 200-yard free. We have 2 teams swimming this. In lane 3, we have Ella Collins, Jada Alejandro, Alina Martinez, and Anna Hunt. And in lane 5, we have Drea Robinson, Giselle Asbury, Juliana Lapanese, and Maria Bella Octaviani. Event 82 is the boys 11, 12, 200-yard free. They'll be in lane 4. That will be run by Sebastian Medina, Jovinda Kunanali, Eric Arroyo, and Eli Rosario. And event 83 is the girls 13, 14, 200-yard free relay. And they will be in lane 2. Lana Han, Isabella Octaviani, Arjana Kunanali, Ariana Garcia. So as you can tell by last names, we have a lot of siblings going into the pool right now.
Another shout out here in the chat to Trevor, Alyssa, Caitlin, Plant, to all the coaches for a tremendous season. Absolutely. Thank you for that shout out.
Yes. So lanes 1, 2, and 4 will be swimming their individual events. Lanes 3 and 5 are both girls 11, 12. So there is a change.
'79, '82, and '83.
They're making a change. We're waiting to hear what it is.
They're gonna combine. It looks like 3 events.
So lane 1 is still the girls 10 and under. Lane 2 stays the same. Girls 13, 14.
Looks like one of our parents wants to join us as a poolside reporter. We're gonna have to try them out.
Okay, so the teams are staying the same. I think it was just the order of who was swimming first, who was swimming second, who was swimming third. But the lanes are staying the same. So coach is just giving a few last minute instructions, especially making sure that whoever's on the block, make sure that the person getting to the wall touches the wall, because that is a disqualification if a swimmer jumps off the block before someone touches the wall.
So I mean, I am so glad. I am so glad that you laughed at all my jokes today. I was concerned that you would have a dry sense of humor.
You know what? I'm gonna have to like look up some jokes. I don't know. There's got to be mommy jokes,
I'm
right?
telling you, they gotta be out there.
All right, guys, let's cheer our swimmers on. And go ahead, put in the chat. Who are you here for? Who are you cheering?
These are our last events to cap off a wonderful fall season. Govinda and
You see lane 2 and lane 4 really going head to head. We have Eric jumping in lane 4. Isabella just touched.
a lot of support for Drea. Let's go, Drea, you got
Yes. Data touch. Alina has jumped in.
this. Let's go, Deborah. Let's go, swimmers.
And we have our last swimmer
Great
jumping in.
Dive in.
Anna jumping in for lane 3.
Interesting run here.
Definitely catching up. We have lane 2 getting to the wall first.
We're here for second place. What a great swim
Wow.
there. Lane 3 and 4.
Lane 3 and 4. Can't tell who touched first.
Lane 2 takes it. Second place was very good.
Lane 1 has their final swimmer in. Lewis has to head out, so I'm kind of left on my own here.
It's okay. I gave you great material today.
All right. And lane 5 gets to the wall. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have any dad jokes, but I guess I'm gonna have to figure it out for next time, right? I did a poor job representing women today. All right. So the last events, event 85 and 86. This is the girls 15 to 18 and boys 15 to 18, 200-yard freestyle relay. For the girls, we have 2 teams swimming today. In lane 2, we have Lauren Carrasquillo, Gabriela Carrasquillo, Leon Melendez, and Sandra Perez Colon. In lane 3, we have Alex Cornet, Leila Sutton, Genesis Montanez, and Zoraida Strait. Event 86, the boys. In lane 4, we have Vashawn Sutton, Jordan Hernandez, Julius Boyd, and Tyshawn Heslow Paul. In lane 5, we have Ezekiel Cherival, Johan Perez Colon, Trevor Plants, and Charles Sutton. And in lane 6, we have Julian Brito, Ethan Montanez, Connor Glennon, and Pedro Paez. So we have 5 teams swimming this last relay, and this will be our last 2 events for this championships. We have no idea what the results are. We have no idea what the times are. So just keep an eye on the messages that the coach sends you. Usually that's where she sends all the updates. All right, our swimmers are prepped. Yes, yes. If you know of anyone that is looking for a swim team, that is looking to participate in something amazing, because that's what this team is. It's amazing. It's more than just a team. This is really like a family. We all get to know each other, and we work together, and we make this happen. Even through the midst of a pandemic, we made everything happen. All right, so we have in lanes 2 and 3, the girls 15 to 18, and lanes 4 through 6, boys 15 through 18. It's awesome to like just sit here and see our kids smiling and laughing and having a good time. At least the ones that are gonna go first. The rest of them have their masks on, they don't remove them. But you can still tell, your body language says a lot, and the joy that they have in being able to do this, it's incredible. So yes, please, if you know of anyone, any family that is looking to get their child invested in a sport or involved, you know, a kid who loves water, bring them in. Here we go, guys. And they're off. Seems like lane 5 has a slight lead, but it's still pretty tight. Lane 4 and 5 are neck and neck, really. For the girls, lane 3 has a slight lead. But this organization, this team, I'm happy that my own kids are a part of this, even though my son already graduated, my daughter's still here. And she's made such amazing friends here. Not just in the pool, but outside of the pool. Some of her friends are schoolmates. But even at that, there's been times where we've been able to just like hang out, have a good time. So this is not something that is just temporary. This really is a lifelong learning experience. And for many of these kids, it means scholarships. It means scouts. It means opportunities. It means jobs. A lot of our swimmers get jobs as lifeguards or working in other positions in Parks and Rec. So this team is more than just a temporary thing. This is opportunities for these kids. We're seeing here shout outs for Tyshawn. Also sending love and cheers to Julius, Tashara, and Deborah from Virginia. Welcome to Massachusetts, Virginia. And I think this is like one of the benefits of streaming. It's that family and friends that are not here presently can still participate in these events. So thank you for tuning in. And we're getting to the home stretch. Cheering along our last swimmer. Getting to the wall in this 2021-2022 season of the Springfield Sharks. And if you don't have a place that you call swimming your home, then let this be it. We're here and we're here to serve. We're here to help and we're here to teach. It won't be me personally because I need help, but we have an amazing group of coaches and an incredible team and volunteers to help guide. So thank you for joining us. Thank you for being with us. And she's announcing that Thursday, the first Thursday of February, level 1 is 6:30 to 7:30. Level 3 and 4 is 7:30 to 8:30. So she has announced that we cannot have a party. So this year we're not going to have a celebration party. But that day there will be ribbons and awards. She's also clarifying that not everyone always gets a ribbon or an award, but that day whoever did get one will receive them. So make plans the first Thursday of February, 6:30 to 7:30, levels 1 and 2, and 7:30 to 8:30, levels 3 and 4. I'm sure she will be sending out an email with more information on this. So on behalf of Amy and Lewis, thank you so very much for joining.